So tympanometry. First of all, we should know that it is a objective type of test. So it is an objective test which measures compliance of tympanic membrane at various pressures. Now, what are the uses of tympanometry? And first of all, it helps us to understand the stiffness or compliance of the tympanic membrane, and then it can also be used for checking the functioning of the eustachian tube and also to check the patency of the grommet that we insert in case of suppurative otitis media. Now, the principle of this test. When the sound strikes onto the tympanic membrane, some of the sound get absorbed into the medullary cavity which help in hearing, while the rest of it get reflected back. So it is this reflected sound that we are measuring, and it is known that as the stiffness of the tympanic membrane increase, the reflection of the sound also increase. So thereby we can check out the stiffness of the tympanic membrane. Now moving on to method. How is this procedure done? For this, we first seal the external auditory canal. So after sealing, we start changing the pressure inside this external auditory canal. Now we know that the reflected sound also changes with it. So a microphone measures the reflected sound energy, and this sound energy is compared to understand the compliance, to find out the compliance of the tympanic membrane. Now about the probe which is used for this. So the probe consists of mainly three parts. Let us mark it as A, B and C. For A, we have an oscillator which produce sound at 220 hertz. So this sound is getting reflected and detected. And B, we have an air pump, of course, to change the pressure inside the external auditory canal. And C, we have a microphone to pick up the sound energy that is being reflected. So this is the probe. Now coming to the tympanogram. Tympanogram of a normal tympanic membrane was asked in one of the year. So on the x-axis we have air pressure in millimeter of H2O, and on the y-axis we have the compliance. Now let us see the shape of a normal tympanogram. So this is a normal tympanogram of a normal tympanic membrane. Let us mark it as A. Now let us look at some of the abnormal graph. Now note that here the compliance has reduced with the pressure. So this occur in fixation of ossicles. An example is otosclerosis. So the compliance is decreased. Now a condition where compliance has tremendously increased. So what is happening in this case? So in the graph D, we have ossicular discontinuity, or it can also be due to a lax tympanic membrane which increases the compliance. Another graph which is comparatively flat. Now B can be due to any medullary fluid, or it can be due to thickening of tympanic membrane. So the compliance does not change much in this graph. Now next graph C. Note that the peak was obtained at a negative pressure. So this is seen in a retracted tympanic membrane. So these are few of the abnormal tympanogram. Now let us check the another use of tympanometry, that is testing the function of eustachian tube. Now the procedure goes like this. A positive or negative pressure is created in patient's middle ear cavity. Now the patient is asked to swallow about 5 times in 20 seconds. So if the patient is able to equilibrate the pressure, we can say that the patient is having normal tubal function. So that is all about tympanometry.